Welcome to the Upside Podcast, where we help you get unstuck in your life and your business by elevating your thinking and provoking meaningful change. From the inside out, I'm your host, Theresa Flood. Thank you for joining me today. Be sure to go to theresaflood.com, TheresaFlood.com, and subscribe if you haven't already. I'd be so appreciative. Today, we're going to talk about a big buzzword that I hear oftentimes, and yet we don't often talk about how to actually capture that. And that word is opportunity. Opportunity. Everybody wants opportunity. Everybody is looking for their next open door. Everybody is looking for that next set of favorable circumstances so they can go and make their goals and their dreams happen. But what does opportunity really look like? And how do we position ourselves for that opportunity? And that is what we're going to talk about today. So I want to give you two quotes that I really like about opportunity. The first one is, if opportunity doesn't knock, go and build a door. And the second one says, don't wait for the right opportunity, create it. They are very similar because they both have a theme of taking ownership and intentionality and taking initiative. Stop waiting for somebody else to hand you a golden ticket. Yes, that happened in Willy Wonka. That is not how life happens. We need to go out there and position ourselves to be ready and to be available for that next opportunity. So I want to give you really four things that I believe that we can do intentionally so that we are positioned in the best way for whatever is next. And the first thing is really brilliant, you guys. It is to show up. Yes, just to show up. Actually, that matters. It matters a lot. And there is a large percentage of the world who will not even do that. They won't even show up. My girls had a basketball tournament this weekend, and we dominated game number one. Other team didn't show up, so it was a forfeit, and we won. But yay, we won. Guess what? They didn't have to do a swinging thing. They just showed up, and they won. There is an aspect to showing up that is so crucial. And my question is, how are you showing up? Because how you show up in where you're at now is how you'll show up in your next thing. Are you jumping on Zoom calls with your camera off in hiding? Are you showing up dressed and ready to work? Are you showing up in a class seated in the back of the room, not participating? Are you showing up in the front, engaged, asking questions and ready to learn? Are you arriving early? Are you there on time? Are you bringing positive energy? Are you making a difference in the rooms that you are in? Are you showing up? When I first started, my first sales job was at First American Home Warranty. I started at 21 years old here in Collin County. I knew really nothing about sales. Believe it or not, I was a little bit shy. What I learned really, really quickly, though, was the key to my success was just to show up. I had an account list of hundreds, literally hundreds, of real estate offices and title companies that were my accounts to call on to build relationships so that they would send me business. And I realized really quickly that the majority of my competition didn't ever show up. And if I would just consistently show up, that narrowed the field. And one of the things people would say was, she's everywhere. I had this little bag of mints. And so when I would first start calling on an office and somebody wasn't there, I would leave them my business card with a mint, and eventually I would just leave the mint. So it was like my little mark that I had been there. But showing up is so key. How you show up indicates everything. The second thing, after you show up, you need to speak up. One of my favorite leaders, Smokey Garrett, says all the time, leaders speak. If you want to be a leader, yes, you have to model it. Yes, you have to do the actions, and you need to speak up. Leaders don't just sit back and observe. They engage. They teach other people how to think. They ask powerful questions. They contribute in a room. Speak up. You don't have to be the loudest person in the room. And matter of fact, I would recommend maybe not being the loudest person in the room. Don't be the person who just wants to hear themselves speak. Be a person who is willing, though, to stand up, to contribute, and to put themselves out there. My husband, Tommy, does a great job at this. He actually, when he goes to a meeting ahead of time, he will prepare how he's going to contribute in the room. I'm not talking about meetings that he's leading. Obviously, he's preparing for those. I'm talking about meetings he's attending. He's intentional and purposeful ahead of time about what question he's going to ask, what thought he's going to have, and what he's going to bring to the table. So speak up. And then the third thing, so we've got show up, speak up, and then the third thing is to serve others. And this is really in two parts. So this is number 3 and number 4. First thing is to serve those below you. When I say below you, what I mean by that is in the hierarchy of life, they can do nothing to help you. These are the people that you don't get anything from serving them, besides that it is the right thing to do, besides that you are coming from a place of generosity, besides that you're coming from a place of investing in others. How you treat people who cannot do anything for you is what reveals your character. How are you treating the people in your company, in your workplace, in your industry that can't do anything for you? It was, when I was working at First American, I'm just use this again as an example, kind of the low man on the totem pole in the industry of real estate. And there were people that invested in me when they didn't have to. I couldn't do anything for them. They invested into me. And I'm so grateful. And I'm able now in the position I'm in, running one of the largest real estate brokerages, to turn around and bless that and turn it around. So serve those that are not in a position to help you, that are not in a position to give you opportunity. And then the fourth thing is to serve those above you, meaning the people that you would like to invest in you, serve them. Instead of asking for time or mentorship, find a way to solve a problem that they have. Find a way to be a blessing to them. Find a way to leverage for them. If you will do that and serve the people that lead you, you will become indispensable to your organization. If you will find problems and solve them, you will never lack opportunity. So here are just 6 things. I'm going to go through these very quickly. 6 things to be ready for opportunity. Number 1, sharpen your skills. If you're investing in yourself every day, we say this every week on the Upside podcast, if you invest in yourself every single day, it will yield you great returns in your life and your business. It is too late to prepare for the opportunity when it's there. You need to be preparing for your next opportunity now. You need to be learning and growing now to prepare you for what is next. If you don't, you will miss it. You will not be ready. So sharpen your skills, expand your network. It is always about who we know, not what we know. Relationships matter. Invest in them. Make an effort to connect with others. Number 3, stay curious. Always ask, what don't I know yet? Keep learning and keep growing. Be open-minded and curious about opportunities. Number 4, be adaptable. Show grit and resilience. Be the kind of person that you want to work with. Number 5, be a problem solver. I already kind of mentioned that. Be a problem solver. Find a need and meet it. You will make a lot of money if you constantly solve problems. Number 6, be authentic. Trustworthiness and authenticity go a long way. I love what Albert Einstein said. He said, opportunity is often missed by most people because it is dressed in overalls and disguised at hard work. Most of the opportunities that have been presented to me in my life that have taken me multiple steps forward in my career, in my business, in my relationships, have also asked me to take a step back at the beginning. I have taken less money many times to take 3 steps forward in the future, and I'm willing to bet on myself. And when we're willing to bet on ourselves in those ways, other people are willing to bet on us. If you're not willing to bet on you, why is somebody else going to bet on you? So prepare now for the opportunities that come. You are being fashioned and made into the person that's going to be ready for that next opportunity. All right, so opportunity, remember, is not something that you're owed. It's something that you earn. And you have the power to create these opportunities by positioning yourself, by showing up, by speaking up, by serving everyone, regardless of what they can do for you. Your current level of responsibility and opportunity is creating the character you need to sustain the next. Remember, you hear nothing else in this episode. Be faithful in a little, and you will be given much. Show up, speak up, and serve others. An opportunity will abound in your life. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of The Upside. Would you share it with a friend who maybe needs some opportunity and needs to get out there and create that. TheresaFlood.com to subscribe. We will see you next week. And as always, when you invest in your life every single day and in your growth, you're going to yield great returns. Thanks for tuning in.